Imagine your life depends on one game: red light, green light. The mind-bending mingle, the intense six-legged pentathlon. Which one could you survive? Or would you freeze like a deer in headlights? Let's find out. Over the holiday break, I found myself completely hooked on Squid Game. I binged every single episode of season 1 and season 2. It was thrilling. But here's the problem. While I was glued to the screen, my work tasks completely ignored. My to-do list became a decoration on my desk. Sound familiar? Maybe it wasn't Squid Game for you, but we've all been there. Hooked on something so intense it takes over our days, scrolling TikTok, gaming, binge-watching, that we forget everything else. What about you? What's the longest you've gone binge-watching a show? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to see if anyone can beat my record. It's crazy how easily we lose ourselves in these activities, isn't it? But why is it so hard to focus on studying, exercising, or building something meaningful? The answer isn't laziness. It's brain chemistry, and it all comes down to dopamine. Dopamine is often called the feel-good chemical. But that's not the full story. It's not just about feeling good. It's what drives you to want. It's what keeps you reaching for your phone, refreshing your feed, or clicking next episode. Here's the catch. High dopamine activities like binge watching or social media can hijack your brain. They make you crave more and more, leaving you unmotivated for the stuff that really matters, like finally finishing that project or hitting the gym. Think about it. Have you ever started your day with back-to-back meetings, endless emails, and notifications? By mid-afternoon, your brain's screaming for a dopamine hit, and you find yourself scrolling Instagram instead of tackling the big stuff. It's like the glass bridge in Squid Game. Your focus crumbles under the pressure of those short-term distractions. Scientists once did an experiment on rats that shows just how powerful dopamine is. They gave the rats a lever to press, and every time they did, their brain's reward system lit up. The result? The rats pressed the lever nonstop, refusing to eat, drink, or sleep until they collapsed. Then the researchers blocked dopamine. The same rats became so unmotivated, they wouldn't even get up for food or water. They didn't care enough to try. Now think about us. Every scroll, every like, every notification, it's like pulling that lever, chasing the next dopamine hit. And just like the rats, it keeps us stuck in cycles of instant gratification, distracting us from what really matters. Our brain has a system called tolerance. It adjusts to whatever it gets regularly. So if you're constantly chasing high dopamine activities like gaming or social media, your brain adapts. It gets used to those levels, and suddenly the low dopamine activities like reading, studying, or exercising feel boring, even impossible. This is why you might feel stuck. It's not that you're lazy. Your brain just isn't used to finding satisfaction in those slower, quieter tasks. But here's the good news. You can reset your brain. A dopamine detox is like hitting the reset button on your brain. It's not about cutting out all pleasure forever. It's about giving your brain a break from the constant highs. Here's how I did it. After one of my worst binge-watching weeks, I decided to put my phone away, skip all social media, and go for a walk. At first, it felt boring, like I was missing out. But by the end of the day, something shifted. Suddenly, even the boring tasks, like reading or organizing, felt rewarding again. You don't have to go all in. Start small, pick one high dopamine activity, like scrolling your phone, and avoid it for a day, or even just an hour. Over time, you'll notice that the tasks you've been avoiding don't feel as impossible anymore. Here's what works for me. Start the day with something calming like a walk or meditation. Take regular breaks from screens, especially social media. Reward yourself. For every hour of focused work, allow yourself 15 minutes of high dopamine fun, like watching a favorite show or playing a game. The key is to work first, reward later. I get it. Maybe your work requires you to stay online or check notifications. That's okay. You can still take control by setting boundaries. Silence non-essential notifications or schedule specific times to check your phone. Even small changes can make a big difference. Dopamine is like a double-edged sword. It can either distract you or drive you toward your biggest goals. The choice is yours. Will you let it control you or will you use it to unlock your potential? Because in life, the real game isn't about winning, it's about mastering yourself. What's one high dopamine habit that's been holding you back? And what's one simple activity you could do to reset your mind? Share your plan in the comments. I'd love to learn from you. By managing your dopamine, you're not just improving your focus, you're taking charge of your future. Imagine a life where you're in control of your time, your energy, and your goals. So, are you ready to take control? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Stay productive and maybe think twice before starting your next Squid Game marathon.